So I'm convinced that absolutely every player, especially your recreational players, you will benefit so much from swinging like your Jack Nicklaus, like your Sam Snead, like your Arnold Palmer, the legends back in the day. If you copied those swings, you would massively improve in your distance, your sequencing, so your accuracy as well. And you'll just enjoy the game way more. So let's talk about some key points here. One massive key point to copy that you should all do. So the one big main difference we see from those players back then to players now, a lot of players actually try to do it now, so it's coming back, this little bit of technique, and that is lifting up the left heel, of course. All the players back in the day, where do we see them at the top? Having that left heel up. So this was taught for such a long time in the little, what you could call the dark ages of golf instruction, I guess. This was taught to not do it. That is terrible. When I went and did my coaching degree, this was absolutely taught as a no. This was like a whole topic, was a no-no, is what they called it. Absolutely nothing behind it why it was, you know, something that you couldn't do, rather than it just looked bad. So what it does, why it helps you so much, is because one, it frees up your turn in the backswing. Really frees you up, gets you that bigger hip rotation. So a lot of you won't have the mobility like myself to be able to get a good turn, good full turn, without some help. And that'll be lifting up the left heel. It unanchors. So let's see here, get up to the top of the backswing as much as I can turn without lifting the left heel. Now let's lift the left heel. Wow, lots more turn. So that's going to be more potential power. Just lifting up that left heel is going to make you turn way more, which is going to help you massively for your distance. So absolutely do it. Whether you've got a short swing, whether you've got a long swing, great for you to do for your distance. Just makes you more flexible without even doing a mobility routine. Out of all of us here, who could be bothered to do that? Not me. I can't. So we want to be able to get that left heel for that purpose. So the second massive benefit of this is it helps tremendously for your sequencing. This is why a lot of the players out on tour are doing it at the moment as well. We see them either starting their downswing, they'll be really getting that left heel slamming back down again. We might even see some players do it halfway back in their backswing. They'll have it lifting up early, and as they get to around half or 3/4 of the way back, they'll start slamming that left heel back down again. What is that doing though? That's getting that lower body to have a massive head start on that downswing. So the sequencing of events. If we are getting that left heel to slam down, that lower body is going to be opening up more, mid-torso is going to be turning, especially if we're trying to still, you know, completing our backswing here. We still got to get up to the top of the backswing with our body and our arms. So we're never going to have this upper body and arms overtake the sequencing. We're always going to have that lower body and mid-torso lead, which is so important for having good quality rotation, creating this tremendous torque in that midsection, which is really going to create some incredible power. It's going to create such a massive stretch in the lats there, which again is going to release, so it's going to give you loads of power going through the shot. But of course, what is rotation also good for? Club face stability through the shot. You're going to have a lot less flip over of the hands. You're going to have a lot more of a passive release. This is one huge misconception in golf instruction, that style of release where you're turning through is a modern concept. It's not even slightly a modern concept. This is what the players used to do back in the day. Here's Ben Hogan. Look at him. It's as passive as I've ever seen it. And they were all like that because they were using their rotation nicely, which was really helps along the way, getting that left heel to slam down to start it off in the right way. So, certainly not a modern concept at all. Ultimately, the modern golf swing is their golf swing, their old golf swing. There's a few elements that are a little bit different, but it is essentially the same thing. Using your body properly, using what you've got, not restricting movement. So this is the one thing you're all going to feel here. You're going to feel so much freer in your swing. This really pairs well with a very nice kind of loose feeling. So if you have, like I say, a loose feeling of your arms really nice and relaxed, you're really going to feel much more powerful, much more springy, I could say, much more athletic. No sport do we do it as tense as we do with golf. We want to abandon that with golf as well. Lift up that left heel, slam it down, boom. Much more power, much more consistency. It just makes sense. You just got to go do it. I mean, why try to keep that left heel down if it's really hindering you? If you can't get a good turn, you have terrible sequencing, give it a go. It looks weird. You might have had it drummed into you, like I had, about you can't do it, but it was always because it just looked bad. Golf went through a massive aesthetical error with instruction, like I said, the dark ages, you could call it. Luckily, we're on the other side now because we see this as a really good thing to do. So, swing more like these legends of the game, and you're going to have a golf swing that's way more suited for you, especially for the recreational golfer. So, if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So, get doing this, you'll be playing better.